What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So just when you thought things were getting close when it comes to this second infrastructure bill, Senator Bernie Sanders came out and was talking a little bit about Medicare, the expansion. And we've been hearing that Medicare is now going to be off the table. The hearing, vision, dental, that's going to be off the table. President Biden in a town hall last week talked a little bit about the reasons why that he thinks that it's not going to be, this Medicare expansion is not going to be in the second infrastructure bill. But we heard from Senator Bernie Sanders, and I want to play this clip, and then we're going to talk about the clip on the other end. But first off, on this channel, we talk about news that matters. If that sounds like something interesting to you, please subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. And like always, if you see my name and a picture of me in the comment section, make sure you also see a check mark next to my name. That check mark signifies that it's me. If you do not see that check mark, it's not me. It's someone trying to impersonate me. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about where we are when it comes to this second infrastructure bill, this reconciliation bill. So you have the White House negotiating with Senator Sinema, Senator Manchin, and Senator Bernie Sanders is also trying to negotiate with Senator Sinema and Senator Manchin. And so they're trying to come to a resolution. The bill started at $6 trillion. It went down to $3.5 trillion, and now it looks like it's in the neighborhood of $2 trillion or less. I've even heard talks of $1.75 trillion. So we don't know what that top line number is yet. We don't know what the framework is when it comes to the second infrastructure bill. But we do know that Bernie Sanders he didn't quite say he's drawing a red line. I'll show you the clip, but he is very adamant that Medicare expansion is in this bill. So let's go ahead and take a look. Here we go.
If you ask the American people today what is most important to them, they're going to say two things. Number one, they're sick and tired of being ripped off by the pharmaceutical industry. They think that it's insane that in some cases we pay 10 times more for the same drug as the people in other countries.
And that's always interesting to me. And I travel a lot, so I do go to other countries and I see the same medications, and those medications are a fraction of the cost of what we pay. So it's funny when you go, and I travel a lot in South America, and they have this thing called gringo prices. So when you go to South America, let's say you're going into a restaurant, they give you a menu and they give you the gringo prices, where they might have another situation where if you just walk in and you say, I want the menu of the day, you get it for a lot less. And the crazy thing is, we're getting gringo priced in the US when it comes to medication. And so this has to be addressed, because this is causing the prices of Medicare to go up. It's causing the prices of medical insurance to go up, because we have to compensate for these expensive medications that we're purchasing. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there. Yes, this is a huge problem. And in other countries, they don't have this problem. But in the U.S., we do. And that's because they know in the U.S. people have money, so they're going to pay more for that same prescription medication that is in other countries for a lot less.
While last year the pharmaceutical industry made $50 billion in profit, and right now has 1,500 paid lobbyists here in Washington to make sure we don't lower the cost of prescription drugs. So to my mind, any serious reconciliation bill must include real Medicare negotiations with the pharmaceutical industry to lower the cost of prescription drugs.
Okay, so that's number one, lower the cost of prescription drugs.
That's probably the issue most on people's minds. Maybe the issue second most on people's minds is the understanding that it is really insane that in the wealthiest country in the history of the world, we have tens of millions of Americans, older Americans, who have no teeth in their mouth, who are unable to digest the food that they're eating, people who cannot hear and communicate with their grandkids because they have no hearing aids, people are unable to see well. This is America, richest country in the history of the world. Bottom line is that any reconciliation bill must include serious negotiations on the part of Medicare with the pharmaceutical industry, lower the cost of prescription drugs. That's what the American people want. Any serious reconciliation bill must include expanding Medicare to cover dental, hearing aids, and eyeglasses.
Is that a red line?
Okay, so you heard at the end there, Manu Raju, I think from CNN, was asking, is that a red line? Now, Senator Sanders didn't address that. So he didn't say if it's a red line or not, but he said any serious consideration needs to have Medicare expansion. So in a sense, he's drawing a red line. He's saying it has to be in there. If it's not, then he is not going to support it. And you need all 50 Democratic senators to support this in the Senate in order for this to go anywhere. And so where are we when it comes to negotiations? So you have Senator Sanders saying that this second infrastructure bill, this reconciliation bill, must have Medicare expansion. And then you have Senator Manchin and Senator Sinema saying that Medicare expansion should not be in this second infrastructure bill. And Senator Manchin's gone as far as saying that he doesn't want it in there, and he essentially is drawing a red line. And so they're not agreeing. Even though they're meeting, they're talking, they're not agreeing when it comes to Medicare. And so at this point, we think we're getting close, but when we see Senator Sanders come out and talk about this, we're nowhere close. We're nowhere close. They're still working on the pay-fors, and we have a huge problem when it comes to Medicare expansion. This is something that Senator Sanders has been pushing for the last several months. So if this is not going to be in the bill, he's saying he's not going to support it. And so if he's not going to support it, it's not going to go anywhere. If Senator Manchin doesn't support it, it's not going to go anywhere. If Senator Sinema doesn't support it, it's not going to go anywhere. So I don't know. This is going to be one of those 11th hour things. We'll have to see if they're going to work over the weekend, but that's probably what's going to end up happening, because we're looking at a situation where we still don't have politicians coming on board when it comes to the second infrastructure bill. I want to know what you guys think about all this. What do you think about Senator Sanders and the Medicare expansion, the hearing, vision, dental? Do you think that should be in the second infrastructure bill? Let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.